All right, I'm Jesse Gander. I'm the owner and engineer at Rain City Recorders in Vancouver, along with my partner Stuart McKillop. We're hosting here tonight with Burl Audio, and yeah, I did a converter shootout between the Avid IO and the Burl Mothership, and yeah, the difference is clear. It's not subtle. Sounds bigger in every way. Yeah, always. It sounds like good quality equipment made by people with good ears. For me, the difference in converters is often in the top end, definitely in the cymbals, and that's one part that sounds really smooth with their stuff. You know, the bottom end is naturally a little bit bigger and a little bit more a little bit more even. Sounds fuller. Yeah, it just sounds like more expansive audio.
The first thing I noticed as comparing it to the HD is the bottom end, and I'm a bass player, so it's the first place I go. And you know, the clarity and the definition, I guess, and just the ease at which the bottom end was translated to a listener. So, you know, and I guess you guys asked me right after we listened for about 5 minutes, so what did you think? And I was actually still just busy thinking about how great the bottom end was, and I hadn't even had a chance to think about any mids or top or anything. So then we listened some more, and you know, and then I got a chance to really listen to some highs, and that was the next place I went, was highs. What are they doing? And you know, the high frequencies, the cymbals. You know, music's supposed to be exciting to listen to. You know, somebody hits a cymbal and it's supposed to be, yeah, you know, and it's like you're waiting to see what he might do next. And that was there. And then you hear it on the HD, the same section on the HD system, and it was, you know, it's kind of like, ouch, okay, what am I going to do to fix that and take the bite out of that? And no matter what you do, you're doing something negative. Whether it's you start reaching for compressors, limiters, or EQ, you're doing something that you shouldn't be, as far as I'm concerned. And that's the beauty of the Burl, is the excitement in music. This is the reason we're doing this music, is to, you know, excite ourselves and any listeners that are listening to us. So I hope that was a good explanation of what I thought of the Burl tonight.
Many things that I heard were, of course, what everybody commented on was the bottom end, clarity in the mid-range, and so on and so forth. What I hear is just musicality. It sounds better. It just sounds more like you'd hear it in real life. It's more pleasing. The top end is still bright and still clear, but it doesn't have that weird digital sizzle, that weird artifact that you can't put your finger on, but you have to EQ out and you have to sit there and mess with. The signals that we heard were not treated. There was no EQ, there was no compression, but it sounded like almost a finished product. I'm actually not a fan of the saxophone. It's one of the instruments, sometimes I find it really piercing and really kind of harsh, but it sounded very smooth. The bottom end was still very thick. It was everything I've ever heard from a Burl. Some of my favorite music's recorded on a Burl. It sounds like real life. It sounds the way you want to hear it, and you don't have to sit there and add tons of EQ or subtractive EQ, and you don't have to try to fix all these things that you leave to be desired. To me, you get a Mothership, place your mics properly, and you're going to do a lot less work. It's going to improve your workflow. It's going to improve everything about your studio.
It was pretty apparent very quickly that the sound was open and natural on the Burl, and more low end. The mid-range sounded natural, and there was this width compared to the Avid. The bass just felt natural, and it opened up. The keys sounded cool and wide. The guitars had a depth. So there was both front to back and left to right opened up on the Burl. Cymbals, yeah, it was just more natural. The vocals sounded somehow on the Avid I like Avid gear, but I have to say on the Burl, the vocals sort of sounded natural and open, whereas on the others it was kind of, I don't know, sort of mid-range pushed.
Thank you. I can barely contain myself, man. I was just like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? Like,